every Christmas, I love baking biscotti to give as gifts. Well, today I'm going to share with you 4 of my favorite flavors, and these are simple, delicious, and they package beautifully for gift giving. First up is the classic Almond Biscotti.
You'll need 10 tablespoons of melted butter, 1.5 cups of sugar, and 3 eggs. A teaspoon of vanilla extract, a teaspoon of almond extract, and 3 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and a pinch of salt, and 1 cup of sliced almonds. I spray my hands with nonstick spray, and then I'm going to form 2 long logs. Then bake in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. Remove and then slice and lay onto your baking tray and back in the oven for 10 minutes, and then remove and flip them over and then bake for 10 more minutes. And I like to dip mine in some melted chocolate.
Next up is a cranberry pistachio biscotti.
6 tablespoons of softened butter, 3/4 cup of sugar, and blend together. Then add 2 eggs, a teaspoon of vanilla, a teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, and 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup of dried cranberries, and 1/2 cup of shelled pistachios. And I'm giving them a chop, and then add them. And then again, form into a long log and bake for 30 minutes in a 350-degree oven. Remove and slice back onto the tray and back into the oven for 10 minutes, and then flip over. And I like to dip these in white chocolate.
Then we've got the delicious snickerdoodle biscotti.
6 tablespoons of softened butter, 3/4 cup of sugar, and blend. 2 eggs, a teaspoon of vanilla, a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a pinch of salt, and 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Again, form a log and then sprinkle 2 tablespoons of a cinnamon and sugar mixture, and then bake in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. Slice back onto the tray, bake for 10 minutes, then flip over and 10 more minutes.
And finally, the decadent double chocolate biscotti.
1 stick of softened butter and 3/4 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, a teaspoon of vanilla, a teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, and 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and then 1 cup of mini chocolate chips. Form a log and then bake for 30 minutes in a 350-degree oven. Slice and then place on the tray and bake just the same as the others.
If you have coffee lovers in your family that love to dunk, then they're going to love these biscotti as gifts. And listen, honestly, these are good dunked in hot chocolate or tea, or even eaten by themselves. They're so delicious. They're not super sweet. They're light and crunchy. The perfect gift. Well, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can see all of my upcoming recipes. God bless, and I'll see you next time.